Ma'am, you can start my mock test now.
Do you have a favorite cafe?
Sorry, I couldn't catch the question. Can you speak little bit loud and with a slow pace so that I can completely understand the person?
Okay, ma'am. Do you have a favorite cafe?
Yes, I had a favorite one in the past when I was in my university, and that was the only cafe which I liked the most at that time. Apart from that, no one cafe which are in my locality attracted me a lot.
Do you often go to cafes by yourself?
To be honest, I'm not a lover of too much fast foods and eating them out. Most of the time, I prefer to eat homemade foods. I think these are fresh and clean well before uh, making them. So that is the reason I tend to avoid eating foods at cafes.
So ma'am, can you tell me again?
Uh, Sorry, I couldn't catch the question. What you said?
Do you often go to cafes by yourself?
Oh, ma'am, I have answered this question.
Okay, ma'am. What do you think helps to make a cafe your popular?
The primary thing which can uh, bring popularity for any cafe is the taste of the foods which they are offering, because people only like the cafes if the food is uh, full of flavor. Otherwise, they try to avoid to go there. In the past, I've seen there were certain cafes who closed after a certain time, and the main reason was when they started to cook the foods, they did not prefer customers' taste. They just cooked based on their own opinions and recipes they know. So I would say we need to consider customers' um, flavors which they like so that we can make our cafes more popular among them.
Why do why do some people prefer cafes that are part of a large chains rather than small local cafes?
There are multiple reasons behind this, Sona. The main one is the taste. Everyone would like to um, try variety of foods, and these are the cafes which not only offer many options for them, but they are just full of taste and flavor. So that is the reason they are offering them. Besides this, the other thing is that uh, about these cafes is that they offer many international cuisines which are not available to their local ones, and many people want to try foreign foods. So, in my opinion, these are the two main reasons which make them to go there.
Describe a place you visit that has a beautiful views.
Okay, let me take paper and pen, and then you can start the 1 minute timer. Ma'am, you can start the timer of 1 minute and let me know when it will up so that I can start speaking.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, start now.
Alright.
Ma'am, your time start now.
Ma'am, 1 minute timer is up.
Yes, ma'am, it's a 1 minute timer.
All right. So now you can start 2 minute timer of speaking time. All right, and let me know when it will up. Okay, I'm going. I would like to talk about Munal
Ma'am,
Hotel.
start now. 2 minute timer.
Okay, I would like to talk about Munal Hotel, which I visited 3 years ago, and it was the time when I went there along with my family members as well as cousins. We were planning for a very long time to go there, but we were not getting enough time. So when we had a Eid festival during that year, we selected that place for eating food there. We heard from many of our friends and neighbors that that place is very good to visit there. Initially, we were not willing to go there because that hotel was very far from our own city where we were living. We need to took 3 hours of journey at that time to reach there. But after exploring a lot of options, we decided to go there. And when we reached there, we were surprised by the place. Initially, the waiters asked us to go on top of the floor, and when we reached there, we saw bird eye view of the entire city. It was not expected for us, and we were so surprised that by sitting on top floor, you can see the entire city, including all the popular tourist attractions such as Faisal Malls and other things, because that hotel is on top of the mountains, and when you go there you can see everything, every place, even high-rise buildings on that city. So this was the thing which was so surprising for us, and we were not expecting to see. This was our first ever experience, but we had a lot of memories along with that place, and we are again trying to go to that place in the near future so that we can enjoy our time with the nature, because there are so many landscapes such as mountains, hills, which are surrounding that hotel. And that is the good thing about that hotel. So if I will like to choose that place again in the near future, I will select this. And this is the only place in that busy city which you can find a lot of natural landscapes which are not available on other cities. So this is the major thing which compel many people to go there, and the weather is very pleasant there. Like you don't need to confront with a lot of heat waves in that area, particularly even in summer. So this is the another choice which makes people to visit that place during their long or even short breaks. If I talk about their food, which is very good, like they offer many different international cuisines. We tried many of them, but I did not remember exactly the names of those dishes. But I would say they were full of taste and flavor, and I was not expecting so many varieties which they can offer us. But I would say overall it was an amazing experience for us to visit that place and enjoy our holidays along with my friends and family members. Ben, can you talk about how much time I spoke? Because I think how much minute of time I use that is seems too long.
1 minute 30 seconds.
1 minute?
Yes, 1 minute 30 seconds.
I don't know. Whenever you set timer, it seems that it is going too long, and you're not asking me to stop. Even I am experiencing too many things. Usually this doesn't happen. I don't know why.
मैम अभी भी मेरा टाइमर चल रहा है 2 मिनट्स का लगाया था.
All right, it is okay, but I think today again I spoke for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, I need to add more details again. 1 minute 30 seconds are okay, but it is better that Examiner stop us instead of we should stop ourselves, but I added all the details and there were no details for me, so that's the reason I stopped speaking. Okay, ma'am, you can now move to part 3.
Can you scroll it to show part 3?
Let me. I hope so. Is it visible now?
No. Okay. Yes. Can I start?
Yes, ma'am, you can start. You can start immediately after part 2.
Do you agree that most beauty products are a waste of money?
Yes, I would say, because they claim so many things, like they said you will be, your skin color will be white within just 2 days, but when you apply, then you can't see this effect. So if we are spending so much money on them, we are surely wasting our money as well as time to use those products. I would say we need to avoid such kind of cosmetics or skin or cleaning products. We just need to check the brand value before using them, and so that we can make sure that the products which we will use will give the effect which we are looking for. In the past, many skincare products causes many health related issues such as allergic to skin. The main reason was that they were not tested clinically, and when people use this, they face many health related issues. So we always need to care about such kind of things and the effects they can brought to us before using them.
How does the beauty industry advertise its products so successfully?
In my opinion, they are working on human psychology. They are trying to talk about those things which they think they can fascinate the public, and they will become compelled to buy those things. Apart from that, they talk about the positive results which can bring within just few days. However, this is not happening in the reality. Also, they are using superstars in their ads, and which change the mind of people to buy those products, even if these are not needed to them. They think that if such big superstars and celebrities are using them, they will also need to use them. And in their opinion, this is the only secret of
What
the.
do you think should not be? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can move to our next question.
Okay. What do you think of the view that beauty products should not be advertised to children?
In my opinion, children's skins are very sensitive and they don't need to use such kind of products in their early ages. And that is the reason which governments and other agencies need to implement such rules to show such kind of advertisements in front of children. But use of social media is very common among them, and they are trying to use those platforms, and when they use them, they usually see different kinds of ads while watching different entertaining videos. But there are plenty of things we can do. For instance, governments can ban such kind of videos which are specially targeted to children. Also, we can make another measures like their we can separate awareness among them so that they don't prefer buying those products.
Why do many people equate youth with beauty?
I couldn't catch the question. Can you repeat that question?
Why do many people equate youth with beauty?
Um, they want to, companies want to sell their products, so that is the reason they are bringing similarities between the products they are offering and the beauty they can get from using those products. In my opinion, this is a major factor which is playing an essential role among people to use those products. And if this can be taken out, it means no will be use them. So they are claiming by using variety of words which actually people are looking for them in those products. And if they will not use them, it means they will not be able to boost their sales. So it is very crucial for them to make a relationship between what they are offering and what people are looking, such as whitening the skin, like removing all the acne which they have on their faces.
Do you think that being beautiful could affect a person's success in a life?
I don't think so. It is necessary in many of the professions. For example, if I take an example of working as a software engineer, so you need just creative and problem-solving mind, which can solve problem and then can code in different ways. And there are similar professions like doctor, engineers, which they need such kind of skills. There are just few of fields, and the major one is entertaining industry, where people looks when people looks more beautiful, they are more attracted by public. In that way, they can increase the number of followers and fans, which can lead to have which can lead to earn a lot of money by having more followers. So this is the only industry which you need, which requires you need to be beautiful. But I don't think so. Other industries are needed beautiful faces for uh, some people in their professional fields.
Hmm. Why might society's ideas about
Then, can you say the question again? I was not able to get it.
okay, why might society's ideas about beauty change over time?
In the past, people usually prefer to have beautiful faces because they think that these are the only things which people find effective in them. But this is not the case nowadays. Nowadays, people also want to have a successful professional life beside having beauty. So that is the reason they changed their views and opinions which they had in the past. And if you're just focusing too much on your beauty, then I think it is not a good idea to spend a lot of time. You also need to work on your professional life, because if you're not earning money, you will not be able to um, spend a life without having financial issues. So it is much more necessary to earn a lot of money for your survival. So that is the reason people change the opinions when they realize importance of having successful life. Ma'am, you can ask next question. I have finished my answer.
And it's finished now.
All right. Do you have any feedback?
No, no, ma'am.
Anything you want to provide me, like you have noticed, positive or negative thing? Or
To be honest, ma'am, in my side there is a connection issue. So that's why
which issue?
uh, internet issue.
Internet issue at your side?
जी जी यस यस मैम और कुछ आपकी आवाज भी कट कट के आ रही थी so that's why
All right. Is this
yes,
happen today or?
that's it.
All right. All right. It is okay. But would you like to do practice? Can I
Yes,
take your?
yes, ma'am. Part one, and please give me just 30 minutes to prepare it.
30 minutes or 30 seconds?
Just 30 seconds, okay?
All right, you can take your few seconds, and then I will start asking the question. And when you will finish your pages, then we can move to conclusion part of this. When can I start?
Just a 5 minute, ma'am.
I think, ma'am, don't would you like to answer the part one? I think you can just try. Don't worry about either your answer will be good. Just try to analyze yourself how you can speak without preparing in advance.
Okay, ma'am. Please just 5 minutes, only 5 minutes.
All right. Would you like to give entire practice test?
Yes, ma'am.
I said, would you like to give a test for just part one or other parts as well?
Just part one.
All right. I think this was the last test for this is the latest one.
Okay, ma'am, you can start it.
Okay, let's talk about the cafes. Do you have a favorite cafe?
Yes, ma'am, in my university, last year, when I go to a university, there is a cafe, which is one of my favorite cafe, and I enjoy almost each meal with my friends and with my class fellows.
Or I think, ma'am, you were talking about the past because person was present but you converted into past like me, like you had the favorite cafe. So you need to talk about I went there, I like they try to use verbs in the past. All right. Okay, one thing which was also lacking in my speaking, like I didn't use synonyms of cafes, but I have there are so many different words like we can say cafeteria, like different shops, coffee shop. We can say cafeteria, cafe. We can some people also say canteen, but cafeteria is a good word, and I would suggest try to use in your answers. Do you often go to cafes by yourself?
I love going to cafes by myself. It's a great way to relax and enjoy a meal with friends and with my family members, and almost enjoy a meal very.
All right. What do you think helps to make a cafe very popular?
A popular cafe usually has a great atmosphere, delicious food, drinks, and friendly service.
Okay, ma'am. Try to extend your answer bit and try to note down the time. How much time are you speaking? Are you saying at least for 20 seconds? So your answers were short for part two and part question number two and question number three.
Mhm.
Like you can talk about why any cafe is bringing popularity for like any cafe. What factors you can say either they are atmosphere, like you are talking about atmosphere. If you have more information related to atmosphere, you can talk about it. Like there, it is on a beautiful place. Like it is surrounded by natural landscape. You can say. If you're talking about the food, you can explain like. It is not necessary you should talk about factual information. You can make any assumption like in your opinion what like it is asking your opinion. You can say I believe like having a good atmosphere uh, bring in popularity for any cafe. If they are offering variety of foods, it is also another factor. And if they are offering um, flavorful and tasty food, it can also help them to be a popular among customers. So whatever the reason you are taking, take anyone, but try to expand them and then um, explain furthermore. But try to take the one idea which you think you can say about that idea more. Why do some people prefer cafes that are not part of a large chains rather than small local cafes?
Ma'am, because they've got friendly atmosphere, delicious food, and people are comfortable with their family members, with their friends. So that's why most of the people in our country or in our city, they would prefer cafes.
Okay, they were preferred in the last sentence you have used were, but it should be they are preferred by like if we use are and preferred, it is a passive sentence. So they are preferred by. So if you're using passive sentence, then you can consider it like this. I would say you don't have fluency issue. There are certain flavors, but you have need to work on grammatical part of your speaking. It is the one which I have noticed. Like you have problem with structuring your answers as well as grammatical accuracy. Like this is the lacking. I would say um, try to practice regularly and try to listen back to this audio and try to identify like either your words are clear for anyone or not. Sometimes I face difficult to understand your certain words, even when you are taking my exam or you are speaking. So I'm giving this feedback so that you can help it. And if your problem is persists for everyone, it means you need to work on clarity for pronunciation part. And if you will not work on it, it can lose your score in original test. So this is the one feedback. You also need to work grammatical range like accuracy in those areas. But first, what you need to work on, you need to work on your pronunciation. It is very clear. It is not necessary you work all areas together, even you face difficulty. So try to work on one area. When it is improved, you can work on another area. Like in the past, I had the problem, like I was speaking too much fast and even I was rushing the speed. So I work on in one area, then I work on another area. In that way, I improved it. So you can work in that way as well.
Sure, ma'am.
I hope so. It will be helpful for you. But I think you don't have problem. You have ideas, but you try to extend them. Like you're talking a little bit more. I would suggest try to listen back the recordings of this session. By the way, it is last day of this session, but I would say try to record yourself. But I have noticed when I am speaking on the session, like someone is taking my test, and when I am recording myself, there's a difference in the way I respond to answers. So try to go in the sessions when they are conducting, and when there is a speaking module, try to give answer or mock test to them, and then listen back to recording try to record yourself, like find a person and then speak with them. Also try to record yourself because it can help them to bring clarity in your speech. Anyway, you can notice, you can take those answers and then can provide to any AI tool to notice grammatical mistakes. So all these are very crucial, and I hope so. If you work continuously, you can easily improve it.
Sure, ma'am.
If you have any other question and any problem you are facing, you can ask.
Yes, ma'am. जब भी मतलब को आप बात करती हैं तो आई कैन ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड इट एंड बट ये होता है कि जब मैं बोलने लगती हूँ ना तो मतलब ज़रा थोड़ी बहुत कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है कि मतलब नोटिस करते हैं या ज़्यादातर नोटिस करते हैं तो ये चीज़ थोड़ी बहुत कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है.
Okay, you confused sometime while you're answering to the question. This is your one problem. And what was the another problem?
मतलब मेरी जो आवाज़ है वॉइस है वो क्लियरली जाए.
Okay, one thing is I would suggest try to speak as much as in sessions. That is the reason Dr. Zafar always said try to run your own session and speak as much. It will help you to bring clarity and it will train your mouth muscle very well. And I run this session and it was helpful for me in this regard. And I would suggest if you're preparing for this exam, you can run this exam session and you can speak. Try to speak as much as in session. It will help you to and try to speak loudly. This is another tip. Another tip, if you are don't have clarity, there's multiple reasons behind this, but widening the mouth, like having a smile, because when we are smiling we have a widened mouth, so it can also help to speak clearly. So widening mouth means having a little bit smile. This is the thing which you need to work. But short speech, your voice shows that you have not spoken a lot. So when you will speak for many hours, and in every session, I would see the improvement. This is the another way recording will help you. So these are the many things which you need to adopt. And one thing matters here, are your speech have the same issue in your native language? If it is not, then it is okay to bring clarity. But in my opinion, if you're facing the same issue in a foreign language, it means to have the issue in your own language. Like sometimes there might be a same issue of not being clear what you are saying. And there are multiple reasons. Either we speak so much fast, either we are just rushing the speech and we're trying, like we're not taking a little bit fast, and try to practice tongue twister. I have shared the link in the pinned messages. These tongue twister also help to bring fluency and articulate your speech. So these are the main things which you can do. But the basic thing, try to speak as much as in session, and I would suggest you can run your own session.
Sure.
So I think, ma'am, you recently joined this session.
Yes, ma'am.
In my opinion, you recently joined this session.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, are you preparing? Like, are you doing practice uh, apart from this session? And can you share like your experience? Like, how much time you have been in this session?
Okay.
Uh, then, for how many days you are attending this session? Because I have seen you recently, most of the time in the last week. Am I audible, ma'am? Sure. Okay, ma'am, I was saying like for how long you have been in this session. In my opinion, you have joined this session recently.
Your voice is not clear.
Okay, I was saying like I have seen you in this session in this last week most of the time. Like I have not seen in the many previous weeks.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can start it last week.
all right. I think you can do more practice.
Okay, ma'am.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम, हिजाब आप किस यूनिवर्सिटी की हैं?
मैम सर रिपा यूनिवर्सिटी,
कौन सी?
रिपा इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी।
रिफा कौन से कैंपस में?
सर फैसलाबाद में बात की है।
अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक। चलें जी, आपके कोई कमेंट्स, कोई फीडबैक आपकी?
नहीं
फायदा हो रहा है आपको?
जी जी सर, फायदा हो रहा है, ज्यादा सीखने को मिल रहा है और ये होता है कि बोलने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ हमारे पास होता है कि किस बारे में हम बात कर रही है और बात कैसे करनी है, ये सब चीजें कॉन्फिडेंस, तो ये सब चीजें सीखने को मिलती हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, तो अगर आप कंसिस्टेंसी आती रही तो इंशाल्लाह आपका भी स्कॉलरशिप हो जाएगा। तो चलें जी, कंटिन्यू करें।
So we have just done our practice session and we have the last session of this course today.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग। तो पहली बात तो ये है कि कोर्स के लिए पोस्ट लाजमी लिखें।
Yes, sir, I will write it. And I would say it was a very amazing experience for me to run this session. It improved me, it helped me to improve in various ways.
बिल्कुल, देखें। हाँ, रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर दें।